Precept, folks. This is day 60. Day 60 in the Bible. We're all the way to Numbers. Okay, this is Blue Letter Bible app, Bible in a Year. We're at Numbers 14, 15, and Psalm 90 today. If you keep reading these little chunks of the Bible in a whole year, you'll have read the whole Bible. And because we do it chronologically, it makes more sense. So maybe you can gain some understanding. If you really truly want understanding, you have to obey his commandments, and which is loving him. That's John 14, verse 15. If you love me, obey my commandments. I will pray to the Father, and he will assign you the second comforter, who is the Spirit of truth, whom the Spirit of truth, who all men can't have. It's the ones that love him. So, here we go, folks. We've got Caleb and Joshua are the only ones that came back with a decent report and said, hey, let's go out and get that milk and honey. Everybody else is chicken. They do not understand the power of God that's with them. So God puts a smackdown on them. He's tested them in the wilderness. Tested them in the wilderness. That's NASA, N-A-S-A in Hebrew. Can't remember what word number that is in Strong's Concordance, but it's there. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And the children of Israel murmured against Moses, against Aaron, and the whole congregation. They murmured again. Oh boy. And the whole congregation said unto them, would God, what we would died in the land of Egypt, where God has died in the wilderness, and therefore hath Yahovah brought us into this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be prey? Were it better not for us to return to Egypt? And then they said to one another, let us make a captain, and let us return unto Egypt. And then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before the assembly of the congregation, because the people don't get it. And the congregation of the children of Israel, and Joshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephthah, which were of them that searched the land and rent their clothes. And they spake to all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it is an excellent and good land. If Yahovah delight in us, he will bring us into this land and give us this land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against Yahovah, neither fear ye the people of this land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. Yahovah said he would put swarms of hornets on them. You know, I mean, he'd already told them. He promised. But all the congregation bade and stoned them with stones, and the glory of Yahovah appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And Yahovah said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will they err, that they believe me for all the signs that I have showed among them? I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them. I will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. And Moses said unto Yahovah, then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up his people and in thy might from among them. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard Yahovah art among his people, and that thou, Lord, hast seen him face to face, and that the cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of cloud and a pillar of fire by night. And if thou shalt kill them all, his people, one man, then the nation shall have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, because Yahovah was not able to bring his people unto the land, which he sware unto them, therefore he has slain them in the wilderness. So Moses is doing some fast talking. Because Yahovah was not able to bring his people into the wilderness. Now, And now I beseech thee, let thy power of Yahovah be great according to thou hast spoken, saying, Yahovah is longsuffering and of great mercy, forgiving the iniquity and the transgressions, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations. And, it doesn't say it right here, but, and giving his mercy unto those that follow his commandments. That's Exodus 20 verse 5 and 6. Hey, ye love, right on, right on. Okay, pardon, I beseech thee. This is verse 19. Numbers 14, verse 19. Turn your Bibles to there. Pardon, I beseech thee, the iniquity of these people according unto the greatness of thy mercy. And what did we just talk about, that mercy? And to thou hast forgiven his people from Egypt until now. And Yahovah said, I pardon them according to thy word. But as I truly live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of Yahovah, because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, have now tempted me. And now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice. Yikes, 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 yikes. Surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall they see any of it that provoked me to see it. Yeah, they tested him. Not good, 10 times. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him that followed me fully, I will bring him into the land where he went, and his seed shall possess it. Good old Caleb. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites, they dwelt in the valley. Tomorrow turn you and get you into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. And Yahovah spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, saith Yahovah, that ye shall have spoken in my ears, and I will do it so to you. Your carcass shall fall in the wilderness, and all that were numbered of you according to your whole number, from 20 years old on upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless, ye shall not come into the land concerning which I swear to make unto you, to dwell in herein, save Caleb and the son of Jephthah, and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones, which ye say should be prey among them, I will bring in. And they shall, but the little ones I shall bring in, and they shall know the land which they despised. Good morning, everybody. This is Numbers 14, verse 33. And your children, verse 33, and your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, ye shall bear your iniquities, even 40 years ye shall know my breach of promise. I, Yahovah, have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that they are gathered together against me in the wilderness. They shall be consumed, and there they shall die. Yikes. And the men which Moses sent to search the land, who returned and made the congregation murmur against him by bringing up a slander upon the land, even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land, they died by plague before Yahovah. But Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephthah, which were of the men that were to search the land, lived still. And Moses told these sayings unto all the children of Israel, and all the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning, and gat up them into the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and we will go up into the place which the Lord hath promised, for we have sinned. And Moses said, Whoa. Therefore, now do ye transgress the commandment of Yahovah? He told them to go down to the Red Sea and then come up into the land. They're going to be out there 40 years. These guys are saying, okay, we've sinned. Now we're going to go do our own thing. Do not go up not, for Yahovah is not among you. Yet that ye be not smitten before your enemies. You're going to get smacked down. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword, because ye are turned away from Yahovah. Therefore, Yahovah will not be with you. But they presume to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless, the ark of the covenant of the Yahovah and Moses departed not out of the camp. They didn't take the ark with them. They were not in covenant. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in the hill, and smote them, and discomfited them even to Hormah. They put them on the run. They weren't with him. Oh my goodness. And Yahovah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say to them, When ye be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and make an offering by fire unto Yahovah, a burnt offering or a sacrifice in performing a vow or a freewill offering, or in your solemn feasts, to make a sweet savor unto Yahovah of the herd of the flock. Then he shall offereth his offering unto Yahovah, and bring a meat offering of a tenth a deal of flour mingled with a fourth part of oil, and the fourth part of hin, the wine, and a drink offering thou shalt prepare with a burnt offering or a sacrifice of one lamb. Okay, so he's given them some extra instructions here. When you come into the truth and you go, oh, wow, you know what? We've been dropping the ball. We're not doing it right. You know, there's way more to the Bible than I'm learning at church. Okay. When you start learning about this stuff, you say, oh, well, man, we should be doing these feasts. But you don't know anything about how to do it, when to do it. The calendar's jumbled up. We use different calendar than he used back then. God scrambled the calendar, okay? It's supposed to be when you go into that land. It's supposed to be where he puts his name. Okay, I don't know anything about a hin of oil or a tenth of a deal of flour mingled with part of an oil. So what am I going to do with Passover? I have lambs. I have a whole freaking flock of them, a whole bunch of them running around out there. There isn't one of those lambs that's not like dinged up. Which one is blemishless? Which one has no blemish? Okay, I don't have a Levite to prepare it correctly. My Passover outside of the land, I live in America, it is a freaking dumpster fire, all right? Homeless all over the streets, pagan idolatry everywhere. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. The people that profess to follow God don't know anything about his Bible. They don't even heck, I've only read it about 7 times myself, and I read the thing, okay? And I find out new stuff all the time. These guys think they know it all, and they don't know jack, nothing, okay? And then the people that start gaining some knowledge, they start doing these feasts. That's a no-go, folks. Absolute no-go. You're outside of Jerusalem doing a feast. You're supposed to take the log out of your eye so you can rebuke your fellow believers, so you can get them on the narrow path because they're doing pagan idolatry. And look at all this stuff. Do you know, okay, what's a fourth part of a hin of wine and a drink offering thou shalt prepare for the burnt offerings of the sacrifice of one lamb? They say, we're not doing sacrifice. We're just having a barbecue. What an abomination. Or a ram, thou shalt prepare for a meat offering, 2/10 of a deal of mingled part of a hin of oil. For a drink offering, thou shalt be a third part of a hin. When he brings us back into the land, you get that spirit that he was given to those guys so that they know that you know what this stuff means. You don't know what this stuff means, man? Then thou preparest a bullock for a burnt offering or a sacrifice, and performing a vow or a peace offering unto Yahovah. Then they shall bring. This is a Sky team. This is verse 9 in Numbers 15. Then he shall bring with him a bullock and a meat offering of 3/10 a deal of flour mingled with a half a hin of oil. And thou shalt bring for a drink offering a half a hin of wine. What's a half a hin? What is a half a hin? I don't know what a half a hin is. Half a hin for an offering made by a sweet savor to Yahovah. And thus shall be done for one bullock, for one ram, for one kid. According to the number ye shall prepare, so ye shall do, one according to their number. All that were born of the country shall do these things after this manner in offering made by fire, sweet smell, sweet savor unto Yahovah. And if a stranger sojourneth with you, so here's so much for the... that's just for the Jews. Okay? He says, if a stranger sojourn with you, or whoever be among you in your generations, you will offer an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Jehovah. As ye do so, ye shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation and also for the stranger. Oh, yeah, one ordinance for you and the stranger that sojourneth with you. An ordinance, what's that say? Forever. In your generations as ye are. You shall the stranger be before Yahovah. One law and one manner shall be for you and for the stranger that sojourneth with you. And Yahovah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye come into the land, whither I bring you, it shall be when you come into the land. When you come into the land which I bring you. Are we in that land? No. We're over here in America. And there's a whole bunch of people getting ready to go do Passover. Okay? And they're going to do an abomination of Passover in a land that's polluted with pagan idolatry. And it's just nasty. And you're not supposed to do that. It's Deuteronomy 12 and Deuteronomy 16 over and over and over. He says, don't do it. And then every single prophet says, your solemn assemblies are an abomination to me. Like over and over and over. Amos, Hosea, Ezekiel, Isaiah, over and over says it. When we get into the land, that's the patience of the saints, people. The patience of the saints. He's going to regather us. The two sticks come together and all that. Then we'll know what to do. And Yahovah spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye come into the land whither I bring you, when it shall be that when ye eat of the bread of the land, ye shall offer up a heave offering unto the... When I bring you into the land, you'll offer up a heave offering. Ye shall make... I've done this stuff, guys. Oh, my goodness. Ye shall offer up a cake of your first offerings, of your dough, of your heave offerings. Ye shall do of the heave offerings of the threshing floor. Sal, ye shall heave it. Oh, man. And if you have erred and not observed all these commandments which your Lord has spoken, even the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, from the day that he brought you, from the day that Yahovah commanded Moses, and henceforth among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance, there we go. We committed this stuff by ignorance, guys, without the knowledge of the congregation, and all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto Yahovah, with his meat offerings and his drink offerings, and according to the manner of one kid of goats of a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance that they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto Yahovah. Where is 16? Okay. And then made fire to Yahovah for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel and the stranger that sojourneth among them, seeing all the people were ignorant. And if any soul sinneth through ignorance, then he shall bring a she-goat of the first year for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the souls that sinneth ignorantly, and he sinneth of ignorance before Yahovah to make an atonement for him, and shall be forgiven him. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth out of ignorance, both for him that is among the children of Israel and the stranger that sojourneth among them. So he's making provisions even back then when they were under this sacrificial laws. Okay, Ezekiel 20 says, the laws that weren't good, 20 verse 25, when they were under all this heavy burden of these sacrificial laws, there was even provisions for ignorance then, okay? But those that willfully sin, that's Hebrews 10, those that willfully sin, there's no longer a sacrifice for you, okay? That's bad news. Go read the end of Hebrews 10. It's Hebrews 10, 25, 26. Bad news. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth. Okay. Verse 30. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth Yahovah, that soul should be cut off from among his people. This is that presumptuous sin. Okay. It's bad news. That's one we really have to be careful for. Because he hath despised the word of Yahovah, and hath broken his commandment, that soul shall be utterly cut off, and his iniquity shall be upon him. Presumptuous sin. Bad news. Write that one down. That's verse 15, Numbers 15, verse 30. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. He gathered sticks. What's your opinion on the third temple? Seems like things ought to be beginning to unfold. The third temple, the people of Israel never repented. Okay, they don't even know who they are. Okay. Israel's the northern 10 tribes that were scattered by the Assyrians to the four corners of the world. Okay, the two sticks, I just mentioned the two sticks haven't been brought back together yet. Ezekiel 36 and 37. Okay, if you think that they've taken their swords and beat them back into plowshares and they're living just peaches and cream over there, hasn't happened yet. So the third temple, go to Ezekiel 43, verse 11. Verse 11, it says, if they return. They were supposed to return 390 years after they got scattered, and they did not. So it says, if they repent and return, there'll be a third temple. They didn't ever repented and returned. So the third temple will be an abomination. What does it say in the book of Revelations about the sacrificing in the temple? The temple is in your heart, Captain. God's going to bring down his own temple in a new Jerusalem. Abomination. It's more man's hands. Because he has despised the worst word. Presumptuous sin. I'm just talking about it right now. There we go, dude. I'm talking about it right now. Yeah, go to read Numbers 15. We're on Numbers right here, 15:30. There you go. And while the children of Israel in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day, and they found him gathering sticks and brought him unto Moses and Aaron and all the congregation. And they put him inward because it was not declared that he should be done to him. And Yahovah had said unto Moses, the man shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall stone him with stones without a camp. And the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died, and Yahovah commanded him Yahovah commanded Moses. And Yahovah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, bid them that they make fringes on the borders of their garments throughout their generations, that they put upon the fringe of the border and the ribband and blue. So now people want to put tzitzits on their belt loops. They're going to put a tzitzit on their belt loops to remind them to keep the commandments. Okay? This is one of the laws, Galatians 3, verse 19, after transgressions. So here's a transgression. You get a law after the transgression. It's a punishment. It's a reminder. Guess what we have nowadays, guys? We are supposed to receive the Holy Spirit. It's Titus 2. Titus 2. Oh, where's it? Titus 2. Verse 11 and 12. For the grace of God bringeth salvation has appeared to all men, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly and righteously and godly in this present world. The whole book of Hebrews, that Galatians 3 and 4 is talking about two covenants, the difference between those two. Now we're supposed to be following these 10 commandments with the Spirit. Spirit, not having something sewn on our garment to remind us. You should just, the Spirit goes, oh man, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be doing that. Oh man, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Why are people still profaning the Sabbath? This is just crazy. With all the knowledge that we have at our fingertips today, you can search out Sabbath and rest and everything in the Bible. You'll find it. You'll find it if you pray. And he shall be unto you a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all that it commanded of the Yahovah. We have a Spirit now telling us that. And ye seek not after your own heart, your own eyes, which ye use go a whoring. He calls it going a whoring, not obeying his commandments. That ye remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. That I am your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am your Yahovah, your God. That is Numbers 15 and 16. Okay, now we're going to Psalm 90. Psalm 90. It's way on back here in the Psalms. Psalms 95 really reminds me of today, but the BLB, the Blue Letter Bible app, goes 95. But Psalms 95 really reminds me of today's reading. But Psalms 90 is the reading today. Psalm 90, a prayer of Moses, the man of God. Yahovah, thou hast been our dwelling place in all our generations, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting. Thou art God. Thou turnest the man of destruction, and saith, Return, ye children of men, return. For 1,000 years in thy sight they are, but as of yesterday it is past, and as a watch in the night. Thou carriest them away as with the flood. They are as asleep. In the morning they are like grass which groweth up. In the morning it flourish. In the morning it has the dew. It flourish. In the morning it groweth up. But in the evening it is cut down and withereth. For we are consumed by thy anger, and by thy wrath we are troubled. Thou hast set our iniquities before our secret sins in the light of thy countenance. For all thy days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. If by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet their strength is a labor and sorrow, for it soon is cut off, and we fly away. Who knoweth the power of thine anger, even according to thy fear? How about sneeze? And so is thy wrath. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Unto wisdom. Return, O Yahovah, how long? Let it repent. 3, concerning thy servants. Satisfy us, with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Make us glad according to the days wherewith it afflicted us, and wherewithin we had seen evil. Let thy work appear unto thy servants, and glory unto their children. And let the beauty of Yahovah, our God, be upon us, and establish us. Thou work of our hands be upon us. Yea, the work of our hands, establish thou it. So establish the work of our hands. Yeah, they are, man. If Captain, you're still with me, they're building it, and the red heifer and the whole thing. Yeah, yeah. They missed that part. If I've been to Israel, you exit everywhere through the gift shop. What's the gift shop full of? Idols. Idolatry everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, we learned nothing. I've been there years and years and years. I didn't read the book. Years and years and years. Oh, I'd show up, put money in the plate. I'd read a little bit here and there. Thought I was good. Then I started really reading it and going, whoa, man. It says what? That means, oh, wow, look at this connection. Check out this connection. Oh, man. We are wretched, wretched, wretched. Oh, have mercy on us. Have mercy on us. All right, guys, I love you. Get into the Bible. That's Numbers 14 and 15 and Psalm 90 today. All right, I love you guys. See you tomorrow.